Hey everyone, how's it going? It's that Nerd Ryan here, and today we're going to ask a simple question. Have legendary Pokemon really lost their touch? And what I mean by that is, basically, it feels like there's been a very big decline in the quality, quantity, and everything of these Pokemon that we consider legendary. And, I mean, I'll get into what I mean by that. Look, Gen 1 really only had 4 legendary Pokemon, being the legendary birds and Mewtwo. Which, it was the first game that's fine, it's simple, and perfect. And then it went up a little bit in Generation 2, and that's because we got Box Art legendaries. So we got a total of 5 legendaries that are brand new in this. And each generation also got 1 mythical Pokemon, but we're not talking about mythicals today anyways, but still, just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, we got the Beast Trio, and then Ho-Oh and Lugia. So those built on lore, they had very cool lore and everything, and iconic designs for those first 2 generations. Gen 3, where we got 7 new legendary. Actually, sorry, 8 new legendaries. We got Latios and Latias, twin legendaries, which because we introduced double battles. Then we got the Reggie Trio, which was our trio for that. The Regice, Regirock, Registeel. And then we got the Weather Trio, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza, which were the box art legendaries. And that gave, like, mythology on weather and natural disasters and ancient golems and just cool Pokemon. Then we got to Gen 4, which is an overhaul of legendaries. We had Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, and the Regigigas, and the Lake Spirit Trio. And this generation was so built up into, like, mythology and everything that it was so lore-based, story-driven, about these creatures, and even the mythicals got a hand in, like, the main story of, like, legendary Pokemon. It was probably one of the best times. And then we get Gen 5, which gave even more. We had the Weather Trio, we had the Swords of Justice Trio, we had the Reshiram, Kyurem, and Zekrom Trio. And then we had... Sorry, still getting over a cold. Bunch of other legendary mythicals that were added on to this and everything like that. And I'm looking at a picture of all the legendaries right now to make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, so Gen 4 and 5, we were almost to a point oversaturated on legendaries. And Gen 4 was a good way, Gen 5 was an okay way, but then after that we got to Gen 6. In Gen 6, we only had 3 legendaries. And it was Zacian, Zamazenta, or no, not Zacian, I'm sorry. I just skipped ahead 2 generations. We got Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde. And I didn't really much on Zygarde at the time, but of course the box art legendaries were the main focal point of the story, and their designs were okay. Then Gen 7 hit, and although it felt like we got a bunch of legendaries in that, technically anything out of Ultra Space is not a legendary. So when you truly think about it, because you can't count Necrozma or the box art Pokemon, because they are Ultra Beasts technically, we only got the 4 Tabus. And in my opinion, they're the worst designed legendaries of all time. Completely in my opinion. But yeah. And they're kind of focused in the story, but they barely have anything to do with the story. Then we get Gen 8, where we technically, because, again, Eternatus is not technically a legendary. It is more of an Ultra Beast or alternate reality Pokemon. We have Zamazenta and Zacian. But then we also get added on to the Galarian forms of the legendary birds and the Crown Trio, as well as Cubfu, I guess would technically be considered a legendary. But still, those were added on after the fact. So I do feel like Pokemon has kind of lost its touch with legendaries, which is unfortunate. But yeah, if you see, there is a gradual incline up till Gen 5, where it became so oversaturated, then a fall off almost immediately after, leaving us with kind of generic looking legendary Pokemon that just feel like beefed up Pokemon. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan telling you, have an amazing day.